Paul W.
Where's
Smith
Dana?
Show. News Talk 760 WJR.
Well, I've checked everything, and as far as I can tell, it's not the eve of. We're well past Hump Day. Yeah, today is Friday.
Yay!
Ooh, boy, you can say that again.
Yay!
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
No, thank you very much. It is officially Friday, the 12th day of February, the 43rd day of 2021, with 322 days left in the year. Make each and every day count. Each day is a gift. I almost made the fatal mistake of hitting the snooze bar on my second alarm, which is the one that goes off after I've already set my equipment up, checked it out with Brian, and then go back to bed. And then it seemed to go off immediately again instead of my usual 26 minutes, which is supposed to be the perfect amount of time to nap. Somebody made that proclamation. I don't know why NASA would be involved, but somebody like that said 26 minutes is the perfect length of time for a nap. And the alarm went right off, and I almost hit snooze. And I'd be where I guess Dana is right now. And I'm not going to lie to you. I bet I'd feel pretty comfortable. Well, here we are, the team minus one, but we do believe that Dana will be with us shortly. Of course, Marie Osborne just finished all the news, and there's plenty of it.
Yes, a lot of news today.
Lots of news, and we'll get into all of that. Dana will be coming shortly, we're thinking, and Brian Morton trying to find Dana or wake her up. Brian is in the booth doing all those duties. We appreciate it. Kim has been up forever. She's got plenty of things here. Good morning, sweetheart, to you as well. And, of course, our executive producer who runs the show by the clock, which you can see with your own two eyes if you go to our WJR.com or WJR Facebook page, because we're on camera live from right now until 6:15. But here we are, and our executive producer, also happy that it's Friday. We love doing what we do, but we like Fridays. Ann Thomas.
Good morning, Deb. Finally Friday. Yay.
Good
Great.
morning, Annie. It is finally Friday. I just looked down at my papers and see right off the top. On this day in 1809, Abraham Lincoln, 16th President of the United States, was born, as we know, in a log cabin in Hardin, now LaRue County, Kentucky. I got a nice book from a very nice couple of men, Gene Gargaro, chairman of the board, who I think actually sent this, and Salvador Salot Pons, the director and president of the CEO. But Eugene, the chairman of the board there, sent me a book called Detroit Style Car Design in the Motor City, 1950 to 2020. It's the exhibition that is underway at the DIA. And he sent me a note saying, I sent this along around Christmas time. Did you get it? And I went, oh, I don't know. So I went searching, and I found it along with the unopened note from Gene. So Gene, I'll have to call him later today, but if you know Gene, give him the word. I did not know that I had the book. I found it, and it's a beautiful book and a beautiful exhibition going on. Detroit Style Car Design in the Motor City, 1950 to 2020 at our fabulous DIA.
And
What have you guys
Stephanie,
going on?
one of your listeners here, Paul's pal, says that exhibition is awesome.
Oh, there it is. Stephanie, the exhibition. Yeah, good. Beautiful. Well, somebody said we're having a heat wave. We're up to 17 degrees. Whee!
We'll take it if we can get it.
We'll take every degree we can get as we can get it. Who wants to fake a traffic report here at 5:42 in place of Dana?
Traffic volumes are light, Paul W., as we start our Friday morning commute. You can tell I used to do traffic.
Yeah, I used to do
Nice
it.
job.
I used to do it when I worked at radio stations, had no budget, and we'd fake having a helicopter.
Oh, stop. You did not. Well, I will.
Now Paul fell out of his chair.
I will tell you, there's no major problems on the roadways. That I can tell you for certain. You know,
Right.
we have a little bit of ice here and there, so do use some caution as you're heading out this
543 WJR.
This report is sponsored by Lions Clubs International.
We are Lions. We bring hope where it's needed, support causes that matter, change lives, change communities, change the world. Visit lionsclubs.org to learn more.
A bit of cold air in place once again this morning. Cloud sunshine this afternoon, and similar to yesterday, maybe up a degree or two, 23. Tonight, around of flurries of snow showers, 12 above. Tomorrow, cloud sunshine, 25. Chance of snow showers Saturday, and even colder on Sunday. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Staging on News Talk 760 WJR.
17 degrees right now, which is kind of like a warm spell, a heating spell coming over us. Jane Tarbert, thanks for pointing that out. At 5:44, Rush Limbaugh's been having kind of a tough time. I don't think he's been on this week at all. Maybe he'll make Friday. Certainly lots that he'll want to talk about when he can get back behind the golden EIB microphone. In the meantime, he records a few things just to have them, to be sure we have them first thing this morning, like right now.
In her New York Times op-ed, the columnist Michelle Goldberg accused Republicans of bad faith. She mocked Republicans for being shocked at Democrat plans to play constitutional hardball by packing the Supreme Court. She says constitutional hardball is how Republicans play, so they have no right to complain. Now, in her mind, the Democrats are victims. President Obama's lower court nominees and Merrick Garland, they were blocked. She says that Democrats are champions of equality, while Republicans are a bunch of racists who have opposed pro-civil rights judges since Reconstruction. Let's talk about equality. The Republican Party was born to counter Democrats. They were the party of slave owners, the KKK. If it weren't for Republicans, the civil rights legislation of the 60s would not have passed. Democrats were blocking it. Now let's talk about hardball history. Judge Bork, he was smeared. He was borked by Ted Kennedy. Justice Thomas, smeared by Joe Biden's Judiciary Committee. Justice Alito, smeared. Justice Kavanaugh was subjected to the most despicable smear campaign in judicial history. Now, Republicans have never played that kind of hardball, not with Justice Sotomayor, Justice Kagan, or even their liberal icon, Ruth Buzzy Ginsburg, no matter how far left their nominees are. And no, we're not shocked when Democrats play hardball and descend into the sewer. That's where you have to go to meet them. We expect it.
Rush Limbaugh, noon to 3, today, right here on WJR.
Remember the other day I used grape nuts as an example of something? I don't remember what, but I said it was shocking to find out. If you think about it, they're called grape nuts, this cereal. There are no grapes and there are no nuts. Little did I know, people were clamoring to buy it at the grocery store and they couldn't find it.
Yeah. It's one of the pandemic things. Yeah.
Well, we were talking about shortages of chicken wings and not hearing about it very much until near the bitter end. Then we found out there was some kind of at least they needed to say so they could raise the prices. But there's been a grape nut shortage, and it's coming to an end.
What?
But they had a Facebook.com/grapenut cereal event where you could, there's a contest through March 19th, Grape Nuts fans. You can sign up and you could win a year's worth of grape nuts. And I think everybody gets a $1.50 off coupon, I think, if you go to the Facebook.com/grape
What's so great about grape nuts?
I have to tell you, Marie, have you had it lately?
I don't think I've ever had
I've ever tried them.
I had it, and please forgive me for those of you who love it, because I'm going to tell you, I was probably a kid the last time I tried it, and it is not a cereal for kids. It may be a very healthy cereal. I might not have liked it as a kid because it had probably very little or no sugar. And of course, little did we know when we were kids and we were gobbling up the cereal, we were gobbling up bowls of sugar. They've gotten much better.
Lucky Charms.
Yeah, Lucky Charms, any number of them, but they've gotten much better. But there's still a lot of sugar in most cereals. But maybe grape nuts can claim they don't have much. I don't know.
I think you're right, Deb.
Yeah, my mother never let us have sugar in our cereal.
Grape nuts, one of the healthiest cereals you can find.
Well, there you are.
Oh, that's
And again, I don't want anyone to take offense at this, but honestly, the first memory that comes to my mind was like eating little gravel.
Oh, how could they be out of it then?
Little, because maybe it tastes good, and it wasn't aimed at kids. Adults might like the flavor, and that's before they started assuming that all adults were kids 15 minutes ago and started making, like candy flavored beer and stuff like that to go after the new young consumers.
Did you see the Lucky Charms cookies that they now have out?
Mike Parsons.
Yeah.
I don't know if he made them. We'll have to check. Did he make them? Do you know, Ann?
I think he did, because I think he said how much he liked them. And a lot of people said, no, thank you, hard pass.
Yeah, on that for sure.
That's a lot of sugar. Could you imagine that?
You're hearing the Paul W. Smith Show. News Talk 760, WJR.
Always a good a bit of driving music if you happen to be driving. I do have my seatbelt on. I'm buckled in at my desk, and I'm using very little gas these days.
Yeah.
Just if you're looking for a bright side, there's the bright side. A lot more people are saving money because they're not getting out and spending it. I know we want to get out and spend money. I know it's better for the economy. I know we'll feel better. I'm just trying to find that silver lining in that dark cloud during a relentless positive radio, what we try to do. So here we got a guy, only as Dana would say in Florida, this guy steals his rings from one Florida girlfriend to propose to his other girlfriend. You couldn't make this stuff up.
How romantic on
Valentine's Day weekend.
That is very romantic, isn't it?
Good thinking, fella. Yeah.
Now he'll have no girlfriend.
I bet he will.
I was once at the jewelry store, and a woman walked in with a very large a ring with a very large diamond in it, and she said to the jeweler, I got a divorce and I want to trade this in, or I want to get money for this. So he looks at it, and then he looks at her and he goes, "Ma'am, I'm really sorry, but this is a fake diamond." And she'd worn that for how many years? And I mean, you should have seen the look on her face.
I can believe it. I believe
it.
it.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, she probably thought that was part of her settlement or something. But yeah.
Yes, you can have the ring.
Sure.
Yeah. You take the ring, I'll take the house. What do you say?
Everything else.
Well, speaking of jewelry stores, I was in Ahee Jewelers.
So you did go.
I did go. I was on a mission, and I have a feeling that Kim put me on that mission for her to get me to finally go back, because I haven't been back to Ahee Jewelers since all of the sadness. And they're better than ever. They're, all the family is still very much affected by, they have a little office there, and two of the prominent people that sat in that office at their assigned desks. There were 4 people in there. Now there are 2. But the beauty was, I always walk around and I look in the little glass and I knock on the door and they buzz me in. And I walked past this little room where they have privacy for people to look at diamonds, look at other stuff. And there's a video they always run. And just then there was John Ahee in the video. And then there was me and there was Kim, because we were at one of their many fundraisers that they've had over the years and helping out. And that hit me a little bit. But as I turned the corner to look in the door, walking toward the door, because they have cameras everywhere, as you would guess, for security, there is John Ahee's son, Zach, walking to the door to open the door, and he was sitting at his dad's desk. And that made it easier for me. You know, it was kind of cool. Just absolutely a coincidence. They didn't know I was coming in. Heck, I wasn't sure I was coming in. And but I did get there. The store looks beautiful. They're set for last-minute Valentine's shoppers like me. And so it was good to get over there. It's funny you bring up a jewelry store and the story of the story of well, I guess it was kicked off with a guy using the rings for another girlfriend after stealing them from his current girlfriend.
Cheapskate.
The 80s, though, great family business.
Right. Yeah.
Really, really wonderful business.
Am I hearing somebody's ALEXA?
Oh.
I hope it's not. I never was aware that I even had one in this office. I hope not. But I just, unless I'm going crazy, heard, and I don't want to say the name because ads are all over the country, ALEXA. Huh. Okay, not from you guys. Anything else you guys want to talk about?
We had a great dinner last night. I want to do a shout out to the Promenade Artesian Foods that just opened in the Fisher Building. Did you guys get that email from?
I saw that email. Yes.
I think I must have. Yeah.
You guys got to do it. They have dinners for family of 4 that you can. They only do it once a week on Thursdays. Otherwise, they are opening as a full service bakery. But we picked up a great dinner for four. There was just 2 of us, so we're eating it again tonight. But awesome food, awesome people. We were their very first order at the thing.
What did you have? What's in the 4-pack?
It was it was a beautiful chicken dinner with like broccoli, but it was like a little casserole type thing with broccoli and cheese and very fresh, very like not I wouldn't call it a health food, but it was all whole food in that little casserole. And then we got a whole baguette. We got a beautiful salad with awesome dressing. I'm very fussy about my dressing. Like I don't like it sweet and all this other stuff. It was very good. And then these great cookies. I mean, John said that's the best store-bought chocolate chip cookie he's ever had.
See how careful John is.
Mm-hmm.
He's how careful John is.
Better see that.
That's the best store-bought cookie I've ever had. But that's a big compliment because
it is a compliment.
He lives with a woman who makes a pretty good cookie.
Well, his mother was a great cook as well. So, so it was just fabulous. And it's a young couple starting out. Boy, are they ever starting out during a really tough time, obviously, in the middle of this pandemic. They were so welcoming and happy to see, us come in to pick up this order. And it's Promenade Food. It's on and for people who think, I can't go to the Fisher Building to pick up, you can park right in front, go right in, wear your mask, go right out, easy peasy.
Where is the restaurant?
Right where where the bank of elevators is, where we would go upstairs.
Right.
That right there, the bank of elevators. The boulevard.
And speaking of banks, then that used to be a bank, and in the basement, isn't there still a big vault that various restaurants have used over the years that we've been in there?
No, not that big restaurant. They're over where the other bakery restaurant used to be. Remember the old bakery restaurant while we were still in the building?
Remember the deli where we used to go get the egg salad and the tuna fish sandwiches early in the morning?
Yeah, but I thought that was where the that other place is, that highfalutin bakery with sandwiches and other stuff. If you're facing the elevators,
it sounds like maybe that went bye-bye.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean this is in that place? Oh, okay. Well, I've been in the Fisher Building one time since March, so these things happen.
Yeah, but great shout out to them. Good luck to them.
Great to know, Marie. Thank you.
Yeah, it is good to know. And as Brian put it, yeah, that's what we used to call it. Frankly, this was a couple of times ago, but we called it the smelly deli. And I think it was Brian who said the home of wet meat.
That's nice because Paul and I used to eat there. Every
Yeah, we
morning.
used to eat there every morning because there was no other place to get food.
And we liked it.
Deli. Oh, City Bakery did close. All right, so Brian is.
I didn't want to bring that up, but yes, they have closed, and so this bakery has gone into their.
All right, we're going to take care of a little business here at 5:58.
This report is sponsored by Lions Clubs International.
We are Lions. We bring hope where it's needed, support causes that matter, change lives, change communities, change the world. Visit lionsclubs.org to learn more.
Here we are from Jetcopter 760. I see no major problems over the city, but be careful out there. Now let's check some weather.
It'll stay cold, low 20s yesterday. See no reason why anything's going to be changing over the next few days. Cloud, sunshine today, 23. Overnight tonight, some flurries and snow showers, and up a few, 12 above. Tomorrow, clouds and sunshine in the mid-20s. Actually could get colder by the end of the weekend. From a Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Stitchik on News Talk 760 WJR.
17 degrees at 5:58. Marie Osborne, WJR News, in about 2 minutes.
So I got the new iPhone 12, Dub.
You did.
I did.
Is there a reason? Were you having trouble? Oh, the battery wasn't holding up.
Battery wasn't holding up in the other phone. And
Seems to happen every time they come out with a new phone, doesn't it?
Yes. It's rather suspicious. But you know how we are with technology. This could be interesting for a few days. Because the transfer is different now. You put your old phone next to your new phone like this, and it's supposed to just transfer.
Well, they might have done that with the last phone too. Somewhere I remember hearing about putting your iPhone next to the other iPhone, but I can't remember for sure.
Not everything transfers.
See, I lose. Here's the important part. If you knew what you lose or lost, that's one thing. But you learn weeks or months into having the phone, you go, where's that such and such? Or where did that phone number or that contact go?
Exactly.
Or in my case, I call Mike O'Hara and wish him a happy birthday at least twice a year because his birthday keeps coming up on my calendar. It happened again this year. Paul, it's not my birthday. You did this last year. I had a new cell phone last year, I guess. I don't know. Well, so what do you think? So this is the last one before the 12. What do you how big or thin, or is it a lot thinner? Do you get the big one or the regular size?
Well, this is the first time I've ever gotten the bigger one. So
what do you think? It's too early to know then, I guess. It's too early.
It's pretty thin. I mean,
it is thin. It's thin. It's hard to tell. I got a cover on here, but it's blue.
I got the blue one because I thought that was pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's nice. I wouldn't want to hold this up to my ear, so I want to get the earbuds. I don't want to hold this giant.
I've been using. My concern was being able to hold it in your hand and dialing, because if I have to, I can hold it in my hand and dial with my thumb. As I think about it, I don't do that often. And certainly the bigger screen. A lot of people love the bigger screen, but I don't watch movies on my phone or play games on my phone. I don't do any of that. I do email and texting, and so maybe it's
better for email.
Better. For that, I would think so with the bigger screen. But I don't remember the last time I did a phone call like this. I don't put it up to my ear anymore.
I'm trying not to.
I use the speaker all the time. And my concern, of course, with the earbuds, because I worry for you, I worry for me, and I worry for the whole rest of our listening audience, my family. I know I'm crazy because everyone's doing it. But, if it's bad to have the phone like this, why isn't it bad to have earbuds halfway in your head? I mean, those go in closer to your brain than a phone possibly can when you just hold it like that.
Oh, that's a good point.
I just worry about it. I worry about it,
Did you see the guy who swallowed
people
one of them?
Sophie's age.
There's a guy who had it on.
I did.
And he swallowed one of them. And then somebody was asking, well, does it still work? Like, I don't want to.
You're welcome to find out, because if I swallow mine, you can have it when it comes out. Hi to Stephanie, and the AirPods Pro is great and has noise cancellation. I don't know. Sometimes noise cancellation maybe they got better at it, but it used to clip everything. Things with noise cancellation, even like noise cancellation mics, they would clip. Maybe the average person didn't hear it, but it used to drive me crazy.
You hear everything.
You have to take a moment to turn back on. But you ought to try those. So Jane was saying the same thing about falling asleep, eating it.
Look what Eileen says. Make sure the new cloud is turned on to save daily. She lost all her photos from August when she got a new phone.
I had a crash. You remember that rather famous crash a few years ago?
That was a big crash.
And some snippy little guy on the other end of the line said, well, did you turn on your cloud? I could turn on my cloud. I never had to turn my cloud on. It was automatic. I pay money for that cloud. Anyway, that's a good point. Check your cloud. So nothing.
How do you even check the cloud? I don't even know where the cloud is.
When I go to check to see if I've been using up space, you see, I'm so, I guess, careful, I'll say, rather than saying I'm anal. I'm careful. And that is, I have way more space that I pay extra for than I use.
I do too.
Way more.
Yeah.
Because I just worry about it at a time of an emergency or nuclear war or something that I can use this phone no matter what with whatever power and backup and memory and cloud space that I have. I don't ever want to worry about that. Make sure that the new cloud is turned on. Someone said, though, here it is. Diane says, safer to have the wired earphones. She doesn't do earbuds.
See, so she agrees with you.
Well, it just seems just like wearing a mask way back in March or wearing 2 masks several months ago just seems to make more sense. It seems to make more sense if you're using wired headphones that you're not having to rely on those waves passing through your brain going to both sides. Now, I know in the world we live in now, there are waves going through me from all kinds of electronic issues.
Right.
I'm being slowly microwaved, probably. But I don't know. But we'll see. The mayor, I just saw the blip and I heard it earlier. Maybe Marie had that for us. The mayor is on his way to Washington. This is a smart president. He is building strength through introduction of coming into the White House being made to feel special. A whole bunch of mayors are going in, but every one of those mayors are going to feel special. I know. I was in a lot of different Oval Offices, but I remember in the Clinton Oval Office especially, I didn't agree with some of the things he was doing, but he was so likable upon meeting him in that kind of environment. And of course, he had a bigger than life personality, and he just was
he was a lot of fun. I mean, you guys
a lot of fun. We got along great, and he was just interesting. You started to believe that if there was something he came out with that you didn't really like, you thought, well, all those people around him, those people influenced him. It wasn't him. It was all those people. Who knew it turned out to be her? But anyway,
I read that he would go to bed at the car.
He was what?
The Paul W. Smith Show, News Talk 760, WJR.
It's Friday!
Yay!
Woo, you can say that again.
Yay!
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. It's Friday, February 12th, Valentine's weekend, coming up Sunday. It's the 43rd day of 2021 with 322 days left in the year. Make each and every day count. Each day is a gift. I'm getting a little nervous, Brian. You can put something in the private chat. Is Dana okay? Because we're missing her.
We're looking for her. I've texted her and Brian's called her, but she's not answering quite yet.
I
may
hope
be getting a little extra shut-eye.
Yeah, good for her. I hope that that's what it is, that she's just sleeping in a little bit, although I don't think she ever has before.
Steve Courtney will tell you the story, Marie, of the time that Paul and I sent the police to his house when he overslept.
It had nothing to do with having to be on the show. Oh, wait, yes, it did.
Because that's what we do. We worry. We're pros. We're worrying pros.
You know what? Yeah, the one time you don't send the police, something could happen. So
He talks about how they were his wake-up call that day.
what did you think of? I mean, did you come to the door and in your robe and there's the cops?
They
Me?
we
Yeah,
sent
No,
we,
this was for
we sent them to
Steve
Steve's
Courtney.
house.
Oh,
Steve
you
Courtney's house. Yeah.
Courtney's house. Oh, okay. I thought you sent him to Paul's house.
Someone knocking at my door that hour of the morning. It's a dangerous thing to do.
He had a nice conversation with the Livonia police.
Yeah. So
You got to be careful with us because we're like world-class worriers.
yeah.
So we will take a little situation and make it into.
We've been in the business, as the three of us have been in the business so long, we always think toward the what could be wrong here.
Well, I was early, very, very early in my career. Very early. I was still in college. I was working at a radio station here in Detroit, and I go into work. I was supposed to have a coworker there because I was just, I just would write copy, and the guy was actually in jail. And our coworker read about it in the paper, and she says, "Oh, you know where so and so is? No, where is he? He's in jail. See here." And
my God.
he was in jail for something serious. I won't say what, but he was in jail for something serious.
Well,
So-
that's radio for you.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I thought, gee, I would have been alone with that person working with them that morning.
What do you do? Well, I do a morning radio show with Marie Osborne, and I rob banks.
This was worse than robbing a bank.
Oh, my. I think,
boy.
well, let's pivot.
Yeah.
Let's pivot.
Please. Yeah.
And Valentine's Day, celebrating or not celebrating? I'll celebrate Valentine's Day.
Well, you have to celebrate love.
Celebrate.
Something fun to do in the pandemic.
Because the mainstream media, which likes to bring things like this up, it was saying that many people will not be celebrating Valentine's Day because it's just not the right time. Well, I understand kind of what they're saying, but we are living and we must live. And frankly, we must live as much normalcy as we possibly can.
Exactly.
We're not ignoring how sad this pandemic has been. We've lost people, and we've lost people's livelihoods. People have lost their jobs. People have lost their family businesses they've been building for generations. There's a lot of sadness. I don't think we need to point that out. We don't ignore it. We do the news, Marie. You cover all kinds of things, and we talk about all kinds of things. But doggone it.
Question
If you celebrated Valentine's Day, now some people never accepted Valentine's Day. They thought of it as the old expression, a Hallmark holiday that was created for the Hallmark card company. But I think that's cynical.
Question for you. What would be your best gift on Valentine's Day? You, Paul. What would be just the nicest thing for you on Valentine's Day?
Well, in this very specific case this year, it would be being able to be with Kim.
Oh, that's good.
And I'm going to do what I can to make that happen. Because this year. Other years, it would be a Porsche 911. But this year...
That's an extravagant.
I'm just planting the seed. I'm planting the seed for Marie and Ann for next Valentine's Day when we're out of this pandemic.
Well,
Marie, what would be your best day?
I bet it's going to be something that you're going to say as well. I would just love to have my whole family around my dinner table, masks off, all of them, all 15 or 20 in like the small group, or heck, if we could get all 40 together, that would even be better. But that would be the best.
Did you have many dinners at your house when you had 40 family members around the table?
It's Marie,
Oh my God. Wow.
Yep. And who wouldn't love that?
Oh, who wouldn't love that? Of course, now I feel like a schlump that I didn't say, my best Valentine's Day gift is if I could have been with all of my family
Well, no,
on Valentine's Day. But I miss my wife and even my mother, Sweet Marie, who I talk to every day and see every day, thanks to the new technology that we live with and take for granted already. We talk about that from time to time, how great it is that we still can see each other every day when we talk to each other, which we couldn't have done a few years ago.
Yeah, I mean, I see my husband. We're together every day, So that I see him, and I'm very grateful for that. But I just want to see my family. Ann, what about you?
Yeah, and what about you?
Well, of course, the family idea is wonderful, but I would like to cruise in the Mediterranean at the moment.
I'm assuming she means with the barrister.
With the family and the barrister. But, just to be able to pick a place to go and travel, it would be so fun right now.
Amen. A lot of times I've said, this is unbelievable. This is the first time there's been this kind of a situation where you cannot escape. I don't care if you're rich or not rich. You can't say, you know what? I'm going to Bermuda. I'm going someplace to be away from all this and just breathe.
Oh, no, you're not.
Can't go anywhere at this point. But soon, 6:13 at WJR.
This report is sponsored by Lord & Taylor. It's the final weeks to shop at Lord & Taylor before they close forever. Shop now and save 75 to 90% throughout the store. Great Valentine's Day gifts are on sale. Save up to 80% in their fine jewelry department, fur gallery, and rug gallery. Don't miss your final chance to shop Lord & Taylor.
I tell you, every time I hear that commercial, I know for a long while that Lord & Taylor is going out of business. But doesn't it hit you just a little bit? I mean, Lord & Taylor.
That was a great store.
Going out of business. We've known it for a while. Happy to say that Alice Schley is here to help us out with some traffic information at 6:14. Good morning, Alice.
This morning, watch for some icy spots on your ramps and overpasses. We're looking pretty good so far on your area freeways. Southbound 275 from 696 to the Jeffries, about a 4-minute drive there with no major delays. Westbound 696 looks good from Telegraph to Orchard Lake. And we're seeing no delays right now as you travel 75 both directions near 12 Mile Road. I'm Schley, WJR, traffic and weather first.
Another good-looking day, but don't put the heavy jackets anywhere. We're going to need them over the next few days, even colder by the weekend. Cloud, sunshine, about 23 today. A few flurry snow showers tonight, 12 above. Tomorrow, clouds and sunshine. Still think about 25. Over the weekend, we could get into the teens for high temperatures by Sunday. From the Weather Channel, meteorologist Ray Stagicom, News Talk 760 WJR.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well,